Hello my friends and welcome to The Witcher 3, the Blood and Wine DLC. If you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Jesika and I love playing video games. I do post a new Let's Play video every single day, 7 days a week, and starting today, it will be the Blood and Wine DLC. And just a reminder, possibly a shameless plug, I do also have a bi-weekly extended Let's Play series that goes up every Tuesday and Saturday. Currently, I am playing The Outer Worlds, and it's really quite fun, so you should check it out. And if you do end up liking what I do here, I hope you will consider hitting that subscribe button and sticking around for all my future gaming adventures. And before we officially start, and honestly before I forget, just a reminder that I have not played the entire Witcher 3 series before. I have played the base game, and I did just finish the Hearts of Stone DLC yesterday, but I've obviously never played this DLC, and I've only ever finished the previous two items once, so I'm trying to avoid any and all alternate choice spoilers if at all possible. Basically, I'm just trying to avoid any and all spoilers. So I guess what I'm trying to say, very poorly I might add, is to please keep this non-spoiler request in mind for the comment sections below my videos. Please include like a spoiler warning label, or do the spacing where you have to read more, because I do tend to read all my comments and more often than not respond to them, and like I have just said numerous times, trying to avoid spoilers whenever possible. And it is trickier than you might think to avoid spoilers for a game that is this old. Oh, and another reminder, just in case, I have not read the book series, so any references, any backstory, I will likely not know about and or not be incorporating into any of my game decisions. I did watch the Netflix series once when it first came out, so there is that, but that hasn't really been an issue so far. Oh, and one more final reminder again. So just like all of my other Let's Play series, I do take my time when playing a game for the first time. I do tend to take my time in general when playing games. But this means that I'm going to try and talk to everyone, explore everywhere, do as many quests as possible, no doubt read a lot of books and journal entries and character entries, and likely loot excessively. My point being is that I'm slow. I'm extremely slow, and I may also do things out of order, and I may possibly even make a few controversial decisions. Who knows? But anyway, let's finally, hopefully, get to why we are here, which is the Blood and Wine DLC. Oh, and side tangent, another one. This will be my last one, I think. Is I'm just saying right now, there better be wine incorporated into this story for me, or I'm going to be extremely disappointed, because I do like a good glass of wine every now and then, probably more than I should. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. Well, I did not notice how bad the lighting has been on Geralt this whole time, so sorry about that. But I have relocated from Oxenfurt down to the Stonecutter settlement, which is where the quest is to begin. And I haven't gone in yet, just in case there's any immediate cutscenes or side ramblings from NPCs or anything of the like. So my last quest, well, I mean, technically it's not my last quest, but I did not collect them all for my Gwent cards in this playthrough. I feel like I'm going to do that in my second playthrough. I'm going to commit, and we're going to do it. I love playing Gwent, and I'm looking forward to doing it again at a harder difficulty, but that's a whole other side tangent. Envoys and Wineboys. So I picked up a contract who knows how long ago in the base game for this quest, and we're to meet the knights from Toussaint in Holloway. And the quest text says it was a time when there seemed to be two Geralts. One was a celebrity, at least in certain circles, while the other remained a mercenary who did dirty work for coin. At any rate, both these Geralts happened on a contract of an unusual sort, not least because it marked the start of a new adventure, and this adventure I will gladly relate. It began in a manner most ordinary with a notice posted on a board in Velen. The Witcher read the notice and set out to see what else he could learn. I'm excited to start a DLC and new content, but I'm sad because it means the game is almost over. So that's the feelings going on in my stomach right now.
I disappeared.
We ain't in need of no help.
You have suffered enough, Planter. Enough rape. Fear not.
for we shall spill only the blood of outlaws. To you we grant liberation.
All right.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
What happened to your mug?
Baron Palmerin of Launfal's coat of arms.
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac-Peyran and Palmerin de Launfal. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our, surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. The tyranny of bandits the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
I can help with the bandits, but their armor is really shiny. Like it looks like, is it gold plated? If so, you guys come from some really rich folk, don't you? But let me help you with those bandits.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
They's a-coming!
Hear that? Your bandits have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
Hark! Contemptible curs!
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Launfal, call upon you to repent. Set your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and duty here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Right good jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off before we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity-like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Yeah, take my advice. Listen to Palmerin.
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
There's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Some wench sent them. folk'll say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon the Heron you will pay with your own blood! By the crane, villains, ready your arms!
This is crazy already!
Come on!
Oh wait, somebody once mentioned that I should be using Hanged Man's Venom when I'm fighting humans, I think. So let's try that out. Ow, 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 ow. Why? There we go. Supposedly he's supposed to drop his
Never learn.
The more I bang on his shield, the more likely his stamina's gonna go down, and then he'll drop it. But he's not, that's not happening. I read that somewhere. So we'll just mind control him. So much easier, right? I will mind control you. There you go. I don't mind control him. Zorg. Well, you lost your arm. Oh, there's one more. I like how they sound with their helmets on.
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
Anna Henrietta say all that, word for word?
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
Ooh, I do like good rewards. Well, tell me more about this beast. And also, it sounds like he's been there before. He knows all these people before. Is this like an in-game backstory, or is this like, did this happen in the books? Don't give me any pertinent details. You can just tell me if it did happen in the books or not. But it does make me wonder. Anyway, the beast. Tell me more.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. are only sure witnesses. The bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
Ooh. So Beast wields black magic.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect, but of this beast, nothing is known. Save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
Huh. So has anyone tried trapping the monster?
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
So did you see a tourney? A tourney like the ones you see at Renaissance fairs? Only like a real one? That'd be kind of cool.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident.
Well, I don't need to think about it, because we have nothing else to do, honestly, right now. So something with wings? Spider-like thing? Or this, what is it, the Slim Man, it looks like?
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract. Excellent.
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Then post-haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint! Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
Oh, wow.
You will find Beauclair has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
What? Oh. Oh, wow. Dude, you're gonna get crunched. Golyat, the Witcher's gone south.
For my lady! Guillaume, watch out! Oh, I kill a monster!
Alright, let's try to be smart about this. He's gonna step and crunch. Alright, let's try to be smarter about this. Chop him on the legs. Fall over, right? He's almost dead. Oh, there he goes. Oh. He lands on Geralt. Look at the peacock feathers coming out of his hat.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
Well, I do like me a good trophy, but let's take a minute where everything is so saturated with color. It's so bright and cheerful with monsters. But anyway, how did a giant wind up here?
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Golyat, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Golyat had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
Because it's really pretty. It's really pretty when they do the when they pull out and show you the setting of the area. Wow, it's pretty. And Lady of the Lake, are we going to do like a whole King Arthur, kind of storytelling here, I wonder? But anyway, glad to take the trophy. You did well against the giant.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth, then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
This guy's just looking on. Like, yeah, Golyat and the Beast of Toussaint. Oh, I already finished the first quest? Already? Is there going to be a money exchanger here? Because I already exchanged my money before I came out here. I emptied my bags. I prepared. So let's see. Beast of Toussaint. Ooh. Let's see what the first one's update was. So in Holloway, the Witcher came upon two friends of years long past, Palmerin de Launfal and Milton de Peyrac-Peyran, who had come to Velen as emissaries of their sovereign duchess. If you find yourself wondering why these knights errant seemed stuck in the slipshod backwater hamlet in Velen, I hasten to explain. They had decided to wage war on some local bandits. Palmerin, ever eager to resolve crises peacefully, intended to address the robbers, appeal to their sense of decency, and thus direct them onto a path of virtue. I mean, if they've resorted to robbing people and banditry, I don't know if they have a sense of decency left any longer, but that's just me. So Geralt expected Palmerin's rhetoric to fall on deaf ears. When the bandits arrived, Palmerin put in a valiant effort, yet ultimately a bloody fight broke out. The Witcher assisted the knights from afar to deal with the local rabble. Though this could seem a somewhat unpatriotic act, there is no doubt Geralt's choice was thoroughly justified and that he had taken the moral high ground. So yet in telling a story, one should never get ahead of oneself. Suffice now to say the knights delivered their message and the Witcher agreed to take on the contract. He then promptly set off for Toussaint in their company to face the beast that tormented the duchy, and thus the adventure was underway. So the beast of Toussaint, we defeated the giant and we did follow Milton to the place where the body was found. Well, we'll do that in just a second. I want to look around here first. Is there anything? Look at the little houses. Oh, this poor guy. Toussaint Ducal Guardsman. Okay. This poor horse, he just picked it up and chucked it like it was nothing. No, we can't climb up here. There we go. Look at these little houses. Oh, I think I want to live here now. I don't want to live in Novigrad. Oh, it's so cute. Quaint, and I love it. We gotta loot. New DLC. Gotta loot. It's over here. He just broke that windmill like it was nothing. I got a bestiary entry I gotta look at. And I wonder if I have some character entries too. It's so pretty. Oh, I can't go in there. All right, let's look at the map. Wow. 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 That is huge. Look at all the notice boards. Whoa, that's like... not as big as Velen. It's bigger than Kermoran, at least. But let's see. Oh, bestiaries. We had one. The Beast of Beauclair. Eyewitnesses to gruesome monster attacks have a hard time describing the creature in question. The beasts move quickly and often attack at night, while the witnesses are terrified and primarily concerned with fleeing for their lives. As a result, Witchers quite often have no inkling what creature they face until they find tracks or otherwise establish something for themselves. Such was the case with the beast tormenting Beauclair. Geralt knew it was deadly, elusive, and fiendishly clever. Everything else he heard was clearly the product of imaginations, fed by fear of a dangerous predator. Look at the fingers on that thing. Ooh. And then Ogrid's was Golyat. They say it way much more lyrically than I do. So according to legend, Golyat had once been a knight who violated his vows, for which he was punished by the Lady of the Lake, transformed into a giant. He fled into the mountains and would only descend into inhabited lowlands when hunger forced him to do. I mean, look at the peacock feathers. It's like he still has his knightly helmet, but it's a barrel. There's no knowing how much truth lies in that legend, yet it is incontrovertible fact that this dangerous giant gobbled up shepherds and sheep alike and was wildly feared. Governesses used him to scare children into eating their vegetables. That's a pretty smart idea. Though he came across as a wild and thinking beast, Golyat used simple tools, and any item could turn into a deadly weapon in his powerful hands. When fighting Geralt, Golyat wielded a millstone, making his every blow truly crushing. Luckily, Geralt already had some experience slaying giants and made quick work of Golyat as well. With the much appreciated help of three knights, Milton de Peyrac-Peyran, Palmerin de Launfal, and Guillaume de Launfal. Oh, they're brothers. I'm just now picking that up. So let's see. Characters. Ooh, there's 3 of them. So Anna Henrietta. If this world has ever known a ruler who enjoyed the absolute admiration of her subjects without the need for systematic repression or a particularly cruel hangman, it was without a doubt the sovereign of Toussaint, Duchess Anna Henrietta, called Anarietta by those who know her well. She was the widow of the late lamented Duke Raymond and one-time lover of a very famous and talented artist who would prefer to remain anonymous. A few years prior, when the Witcher and a band of friends were visiting Toussaint, Anna Henrietta had the pleasure of meeting Geralt Rivia when a mysterious beast began attacking her courtiers. The Duchess thus knew exactly whom to summon. Guillaume de Launfal. I feel like I'm getting like a Lancelot vibe with him. Guillaume de Launfal was the very model of a knight-errant, the placard boy for Toussaint, if you will. When Geralt first met the young man, he was valiantly tilting at a windmill, which, to be fair, turned out to be hiding a ferocious giant. Then Milton de Peyrac-Peyran. Milton de Peyrac-Peyran was a baron from Toussaint and a member of Anna Henrietta's inner circle of knights. This good-humored nobleman never met an overloaded banquet table he failed to unload of its burdens, yet nor did he ever shirk a fight against heavily armed bandits or any other enemies of the duchy. Geralt had met Milton years ago under very peculiar circumstances that deserve to be recounted properly and at length. Well, I want to know. Their roads crossed again when Milton came to the Witcher as the Duchess's envoy to ask our hero to journey with him to Toussaint. And then Palmerin de Launfal. I'm guessing that's his brother? Cousin, maybe? Some sort of relative? Not all knights errant in Toussaint were embodiments of virtue, but if I had to choose one among them who did personally personify their chivalric creed, it would be Palmerin de Launfal. He is all the more admirable for the fact that years ago he was no stranger to the pleasures of eating, drinking, and making merry in a variety of fashions. With time, however, he abandoned vice and drew closer to the knightly ideal. Geralt realized this when Palmerin came to him as an envoy from Anna Henrietta. The old-fashioned and somewhat naive knight immediately made a good impression on him, for while he did take formalities and courtesies a tad too seriously, he was anything but pompous or grandiose. Very excited. Very excited by this. New DLC. Can we talk to Milton?
Such good fortune you found us.
Okay. Well, you came looking for me, so I didn't exactly find you.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Palmerin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Ah, okay, so mutations in Grandmaster Witcher gear. In Blood and Wine, you can undergo additional Witcher mutations to unlock new capabilities. Ooh. Soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Read it and investigate the story of Professor Moreau to learn more about these mutations. They say a master craftsman lives in Toussaint who can craft Witcher gear of unequaled quality. What's more, you receive special bonuses for wearing all or part of a set of this extraordinary equipment. You will not regret investigating these new options. I probably won't. It's so pretty out here. And the music is so peaceful and lovely.
Oh, it was yummy.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk. Especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
So, total side tangent. I've never been to Italy. I was supposed to go on vacation there, but 2020 happened. But I imagine this like Italian countryside with vineyards, and the trees over here kind of give me that vibe. And then other side tangent. I wonder if, what's her name again? The Duchess? Like, I know I've also brought up King Arthur, but I wonder, like, Eleanor of Aquitaine in history, she, like, had all these knights errant or knights around her with, like, the knightly code. I forget what it's called, but, you know, it's all about, like, a knightly code and doing things a certain way, and I wonder if that's kind of the vibe they're going with as well. I'm explaining it very poorly, but Some of you might understand what I'm trying to say. So beautiful.
It's out. Whoa there, Roach.
Oh, it's not like an actual monster. It's an inn. The Cockatrice Inn. But I want to go back to it.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Well, that's annoying. But use your Witcher senses to search the riverbank. Well, we'll get there. It's locked. Of course it's locked. Does he have a spyglass out?
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
I hear bugs swarming around something, right? Aha, here we go.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
You know, every time I start speaking, they start talking over me. I hear you.
Got guests. Careful.
A Scurver?
I will fell you all! For my name is not Milton de Peyrac-Peyran!
Yeah, you tell him, Milton. Okay, back up, he's gonna explode.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
Monster saliva. Ugh. It's like the, was it rot fiends that would explode in Velen? Maybe? But let's look. Okay, so necrophages. We have Scurvers now. Thought it was just a pile of rotten meat till it started to move. Tybalt from Beauclair. Scurvers are rot fiends' larger cousins. The bodies of these hideous, vaguely humanoid creatures are covered with rotten scraps of flesh, under which lurk even more rotten muscles stretched around a strong, flexible skeleton. Scurvers, which feed on old, rotting corpses, prefer to make their hunting grounds in abandoned torture sites. Ugh. Forgotten graveyards and old battlefields. They are very aggressive, and though they feed on corpses, if they come across a living person, they are likely to attack. Thus, when wandering near any of the above-mentioned places, one must be especially cautious. Yeah, when you're by, an abandoned torture site, just be mindful there might be beasties there. Scurvers usually feed underground, but sometimes when they catch the scent of human, they crawl to the surface in a matter of seconds and attack their potential prey. While fighting them, one cannot afford to forget about their special bony spines, razor-sharp protuberances sticking out from their skeletons. When a Scurver is near death, the gases and enzymes gathered within his body cause it to explode, flinging these spines out at great speed, turning them into one last deadly weapon in their arsenal. To protect oneself against damage from the spine, one should make prodigious use of the Quen sign and then necrophage oil too. Cool. First new beastie. Do we get anything to look at, or is it just steps? No, I want to examine. Can I not? It's fine. It's fine.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it.
Okay.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
Okay, so as I was trying to say, search the riverbank for signs of the guardsmen's activities, and then search for the nets. Search the nets for clues the guardsmen might have overlooked. Okay, let's flag that one first. And then down we go. Let's put on my killer whale, just in case. Handkerchief monogrammed DLC.
Silk kerchief. Monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank.
Alright, let me look at my inventory, because I have... That's the handkerchief, and then I also got... What was this? Okay, that was the note from the Duchess.
Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Someone's watching us. Yeah, did you see the mysterious person with the hood on?
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
Found a monogrammed handkerchief.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
Oh, poor guy.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Oh, all right. I like the inn. It's like built into the bridge. I wonder if, like, you see down here underneath on the water, if that's like a, I don't know, a dock to like bring in supplies from somewhere else. Oh my gosh, this game is so beautiful.
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Palmerin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive.
Don't crowd around.
Well, you don't crowd around, sir. The Cockatrice Inn.
Witcher?
A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
If you're into that kind of thing, I guess, right?
To be honest, every last man Jacques in these parts has but wine and women on the brain.
Why, you cheeky rake.
They say her grace
Prince has called in someone to tend to the beast. Killer from the north.
It matters
What?
not
With
that
no
the
lads
man's
brave
fit
enough?
as a
Of course we
fiddler,
have,
if
but
he
bravery's
never
not enough
gifts
against the
his
beast.
lady a
Wields
roaring
dark
dittle.
powers. That calls for a witcher. Or a mage.
Yes? Oh, welcome.
Greetings.
Greetings.
To be
Yeah, I'm
honest,
getting distracted.
Every last man Jacques in these parts has but wine and women on the brain.
Okay, we can look later, I'm sure. What is this? Notice board. What's this? Wanted murderous Van de Gilders, Antoine Starling Dragon, Loth alias Half-Breed, Filbert Four Fingers von Witten. Does he only have 4 fingers?
Summoning with Witcher? Was that truly necessary? And our knights, what are they, chopped liver?
I lost my guy. Where'd he go? There he is. Follow Milton to the inn to ask if anyone saw where the body was taken.
Taints even a fairy tale that she like Toussaint.
Such good fortune you found us.
Well, you found me, sir.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac-Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited 2 men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac-Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
So I'm wondering, is it more of a French countryside inspired, like French historical stuff? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's that instead of Italy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm Geralt.
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac-Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Sky was red, then what?
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
So the victim's body, where did they take it?
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Ninnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Roselle's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable!
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Roselle now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Roselle he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have to find that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
So much information, but I think I'm actually going to have an awkward cut here today because we're already pretty long, and who knows how much longer this conversation could go on for. So in tomorrow's video, we'll pick up right here, continuing questioning people, hopefully be able to start exploring and looking around and seeing this new area. I'm so excited. New things, shiny new things. I'm all about the shiny. But anyway, as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Witcher 3 video.
Who's asleep amidst the trees? That's all I say.